Hello children, welcome to Keralakam Memorial CBSE School online classes. In our previous class, we understood, we explained or we know about the dynasty of Maurya Samrat Ashoka, and who is the father of Ashok, who is the founder of this empire, that is Chandragupta. Chandragupta is the founder of Ashoka's empire, and he took the support and guidelines of the wise man. He is Kautilya or Chanakya. His ideas and wiseness is written in the book, that is Arthashastra. This we know yesterday's class, and after that we came to know about cities of Ashoka's empire. What are those? Pataliputra is the capital of Ashoka's empire, and there were some other cities like Ujjaini, then Takshila. Takshila was the gateway to the northwest, and Takshila was the gateway of northwest, including Central Asia, while Ujjaini lay on the route from north to south. Ujjaini was the central place. This was route from south to the north places, and these used to get the taxes from farmers and herders. And in their empire there were some officials. They used to be in cities, and some officials are appointed for the salary, and they used to collect the taxes from the farmers, herders and the traders. From them they used to get the taxes, and in some areas there were thick forests. In the forest there were peoples. They used to give the forest products like honey, leather, these things. And some cities were kept messengers and spices. What are messengers? The messengers are the persons who carry the messages from the empire to the people, or from the people to the empire. Spices are the hidden peoples. These will not show that I am a spice person. They are the hidden peoples who appointed directly from the emperor, and they used to observe whether the officials work properly or not, or whether the officials obey the emperor guidelines or not. They used to give the message very secretly to the emperor. They are called as spices. And some furthest places, it means far places from the Pataliputra, they were also taken care from the officials, as well as sometimes princes as a governors. Princes used to go as a governors to the far places to take care of those places, whatever livelihood of the people. So everybody included in the empire, and emperor used to be in the capitals. He used to get the messages and hidden secrets from the spices and the messengers. This is all about emperors, how they used to control their empire. Next, let us know about ruling the empire, how they used to rule. As the empire was so large, different parts were ruled differently. The area around Pataliputra was under the direct control of the emperor, because capital city, it was directly controlled by the emperor. Okay, then this means that officials were appointed to collect taxes from farmers, herders, craftspersons and traders who lived in villages and towns in the area. Officials also furnished, sometimes officer people are also punished by the emperor, because if they won't obey the rules of the emperor, if they crossed the limits from the rule of emperor, they used to punished by the emperor. And family, and of course the emperor supervised them all. with the help of members of their royal family and senior ministers. There were other areas of province. Each of these was ruled from provisional capitals such as Takshila and Ujjaini. Although there was some amount of control from Pataliputra, and royal princes were often sent as a governors. Local customs and rules were probably followed. Besides, there were vast areas between these centers. Here the Mauryas tried to control roads and rivers. Sometimes to control the very farthest places, they used to reach there very fast by using the main transport, that is rivers and the roads. With the help of roads and rivers transport, they used to meet those areas very fast, and from those areas they used this transport to carry the taxes or the material which the people used to give in the form of tribute. Tribute means if they are not willing also, they need to give the materials. Besides, there were vast areas between these centuries. Mauryas tried to control roads and rivers which were important to transport and to collect whatever resources. Tax and tribute. For example, the Arthashastra tells us that the northwest was important for blankets and South India for its gold and precious stones. It is possible that these resources were collected as tributes. Tributes andre ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. Let's see today the emperor and the capital city. How the emperor was and in his capital city. Megasthenes was an ambassador who was sent to the court of Chandragupta by the Greek ruler of West Asia named Seleucus Nicator. Seleucus Nicator was a king or an emperor from the southwest Asia. It means Greek. They sent their ambassador. He was Megasthenes. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ರೂಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ. ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು? ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಜನ ಬರೋದು ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಸೈಡ್. ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್. In the West Asia, there are some rulers of Greek. That Greek ruler name is Seleucus Nicator. He is a ruler. He sent his ambassador. ಆವಾಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಆಳ್ತಾರೋ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತರಾದ್ರು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ನಡೆಸ್ತಿದಾರ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ತಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಂಬಾಸಿಡರ್ಸ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್. ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೌತ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ, Greek ruler Seleucus Nicator sent his ambassador. He did not come personally. He sent his ambassador to look to how rich Maurya's empire is, the Ashoka's empire is, how they are ruling in this vast area. So he sent his ambassador to watch all over the Maurya's empire, that is Ashoka's empire. The ambassador was Megasthenes. Understood? Megasthenes was the ambassador, a person ambassador who is sent by the Greek ruler. Who is that? Seleucus Nicator. He came to the Ashoka's empire. Megasthenes wrote an account about what he saw. He has written, he wrote something on his book about Ashoka's empire, what he saw there. He came personally and he watched everything on the empire, how it is going on. So he has written it. Here is a part of his description. How he wrote that they have given here. The occasions on which the emperor appears in public are celebrated with grand royal processions ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಗಳು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ the occasions on which the emperor appears in public are celebrated with grand royal processions. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಎಂಪರರ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೂ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಮಿಡಲ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ರಾಯಲ್ occasions like any festivals, like their empire celebrations, like those occasions, if there are a royal processions, ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಗಳು ಇದ್ದಾಗ ರಾಜ ಅಥವಾ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಟ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. he is carried in a golden palanquin. ನಾವು ಪಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ರಾಯಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಎದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಎಂಪರರ್ನ ಎದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಪಲ್ಲಂಗ್ವೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಪಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿ. ಹೌ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ಚಾಮುಂಡಿ ಇನ್ ದಸರಾ occasions, how the ಚಾಮುಂಡೇಶ್ವರಿ goddess ಚಾಮುಂಡೇಶ್ವರಿ used to carried in the golden ರಥ, ಐರಾವತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಎಂಪರರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಲ್ಲಂಗ್ವೀನ್, ದಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಡ್ ಬೈ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪಲ್ಲಂಗ್ವೀನ್. ದ emperor used to carry to the processions. He never came with the stepping or walking in the procession. He used to carried by in the golden palanquins. His guards ride elephants decorated with gold and silver. His guards ride elephants. ಆ ಪಲ್ಲಂಗ್ವಿನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರುವಾಗ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವನ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ಸು ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು they used to elephants used to decorated by the golds. His guards ride elephants, the elephants decorated with gold and silvers. See, the gold and silvers are not easily get. These are very precious, very costliest metals. They used to decorate the elephants to go along with the emperor in the processions. Think that how rich they were. Some of the guards carried trees on which live birds, including a flock of trained parrots. So some guards used to carry the trees ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬರ್ಡ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾರ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತದ, ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಬಟ್ ಆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಟ್ರೀ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವು ಅಂತ, ಹಾರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವು. ಹೌ ದ ಟ್ರೈನರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ದೆಮ್, ದೇ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ದೇ ಫಾಲೋ ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ which live birds including a flock of trained parrots. ಫ್ಲಾಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪ್ಯಾರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗುಂಪನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಪರರ್. ಆ ಎಂಪರರ್ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಇರೋದು ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಟ್ರೀಸ್, then flock of birds and group of elephants which decorated by the gold and the silver. Okay, then circle about the head of the emperor. The king is normally surrounded by armed women. Armed women means king always surrounded by the many women. They may be their wives, because emperors used to get more than one wives. Because they are emperors, they got more married, so that they used to surrounded by many women. He is afraid that someone may try to kill him. ಯಾಕೆ ಅವನ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಅವನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯರು ಮಡದಿಗಳು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದವ್ರನ್ನ ಸಾಯಿಸಬಹುದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಎಂಪರರ್. ಆಫನ್ಲಿ ದೇ ವೋಂಟ್ ಗೋ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜನರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇ ವೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಫ್ರೈಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಯ ಇತ್ತು, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದು ಸಾಯಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಅವ್ರ ವೈಫ್ಸ್ ಸುತ್ತಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. He has a special servant to taste the food before he eats. ನಾವು ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯಾವುದೋ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಇರಲಿ ಏನಿರಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಎಂಪರರ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್, because there may be some plans to kill the emperor by giving some poisons in the food. So before emperor eats, there were some people kept to taste the food, to check the food whether it is safe or not to the emperor. They kept some people to taste the food before the emperor eats. Taste the food before he eats. He never sleeps in the same bedroom for 2 nights. See how he never used to sleep in the same rooms more than 2 days, because someone will be knowing, oh, emperor will be sleeping in this room only today, so let's kill him. No, they used to not do like that. He used to have many wives. One day in one room, another day in another room. Like that he used to change the rooms, because no one should know that the emperor is sleeping in this room only. So he never used to sleep in a same bedroom for 2 days. 1 day or 2 days, next day changing room. Okay. This is all because of safety of emperor. And about Pataliputra. Now this is all the lifestyle of emperor. Now let's know about their capital. Pataliputra, modern Patna. Now we will call it as a Patna. Patna, it is surrounded by a massive wall. See, they are very careful about their safety. Because of that only, the emperor never sleeps more than 2 days in one room. And always if emperor came to the processions, he used to. So because of safety, the Pataliputra was surrounded by a massive wall. Massive means very thick, very biggest wall. So nobody should cross it. Nobody can climb up also. That much tall and that much wide. Very big wall they were constructed because of their safety. Because many others emperors wanted to attack them. It has 570 towers and 64 gates. It was having, see, about their wall they are talking about. It has 570 towers. Towers ಯಾಕಿರಬೇಕು ವಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಹೈಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಟವರ್, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಆರ್ಮೀಸ್ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನಮ್ದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಸೇಫ್ ಅದನೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ, ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೋ. ಸೊ ಹೈಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ವಾಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ 570 tall towers and 64 gates. The houses of 2 and 3 stories are built of wood and mud brick. Their houses were built up of mud and wood. The king's palace is also of wood and decorated with stone carvings. Adu woodle madiddu, but stone carvings inda decorate madidru. It is surrounded with gardens and enclosures of keeping birds. ಅವರು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ವೈ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಹಿ ಏಟ್? I told you already. Why the king should keep the persons to taste the food means to take care of him. Nobody should keep the poison material in his food, so that they kept like that persons. In what ways was Pataliputra different from Mohenjo-daro? Hint, see chapter 3. Mohenjo-daro and this you should compare it. And tomorrow's class I will explain about Ashoka, a unique ruler. Ashoka, war in Kalinga, what happened in Kalinga. Then Ashoka's inscriptions describing the Kalinga war. What was Ashoka's Dhamma? Ashoka's messages to his subject. Okay, these all things I will explain in the next class. Thank you.